So I'm just reading the article. This is not my words. I'm just reading the article. Because oh boy, he's still talking about this Mike Tyson thing. And I told myself, I said, hey man, if he turns around and rub that little loss in everybody's face, and this is not being angry about the Mike situation, I'm not. Cause I actually enjoy Jake Paul fights over the course. I'm not like and I'm a boxing fan. But an event is an event. You know what I'm saying? I like the fights when we do a Triller and Tyrone Woodley's and all the other stuff. After a while, I kind of faded away because I already knew what time it was. He's not really a star like that unless he's fighting somebody who's known. But, and let's be honest, Jake Paul ain't really pulling in no numbers like that unless he's fighting somebody who's known, a known celebrity who has their own popularity. This is facts. Go back and check the history. Ben Askren, Nate Robinson, Mike Tyson. Check the history. He does the biggest numbers with popular people. But Mike Perry had came out and he had made some accusations, which I know was right because Mike Perry revealed that he wasn't drug tested prior to the bout with Jake Paul. He said marking the first time in his career that such oversight occurred. So Mike Perry says the first time he was not drug tested ever in his career was Jake Paul. Think about that. Mike Perry said he was never drug tested for the Jake Paul fight. Think about that. And we think this guy gonna sit up here and fight active boxers? Stop it, homie. Like the dude bragging about the Mike thing, I let it slide a little bit, but come on, man. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, I really know this boxing stuff, bro. You really a creep, bro. Listen to this. They tested me for all my fights except for the Jake Paul fight. I heard maybe he's on steroids. No excuses. I fight. I spar. I train with people that are on the juice. If he's on some ish, it's so good they can't test for it anyway. Y'all heard that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? The man ain't nobody even getting drug tested when they fight this guy. Nobody's even drug tested. So Mike Perry's like, bro, they going into these fights with no drug test. This man ain't even drug testing to get in the fight. This man is not even drug testing to get in the fight. Listen to that. He's not even drug testing to get in the fight. The man will not be able to fight a real boxer that's active because he's not drug testing. They're not drug tested, allegedly. That's from the word Mike Perry said. You got to listen to Mike Perry. Hey, don't blame me. Don't shoot the messenger. So you ain't drug testing? And you out here fighting all these people who's a lot smaller than you in stature and size? Nate Robinson and all these people? They talking about this man ain't even drug testing. Did y'all hear what I just said? Come on, man. Think about it. Isn't that crazy? To not be drug tested is wild. But are people going to overlook it? Absolutely. Absolutely. That happens in the game. They're going to overlook it. But I'm just throwing it out there now. Why is this man not being drug tested before a fight like this? And this man talking about some people are. And I know the game, man. I'm just putting that information out there. I don't got no energy for it. I'm just throwing it out there. Mike Perry said that. Hey, can somebody remind Jake Paul that he lost to Tommy Fury, the worst Fury brother in the whole family of Tyson Fury's family? He's like the worst boxer in the whole family, and Jake Paul lost to him. Why is Jake Paul running around talking about some people are just mad that I beat Mike Tyson and it's on BoxRec? Bro, no, we're not mad that you beat Mike Tyson in a fight. We're mad that you ran away from Mike Tyson for about 2 rounds, 2 or 3, 4 rounds. And then when he got extremely tired because he's 58 years old, you try to walk him down. And then the shots you was hitting him with, Mike was eating them like they was lunch. So at the end of the day, bro, your performance wasn't impressive. It's actually a bigger deal to brag about that you beat him on the cards, on paper, than it actually is to go back and watch it. It was a horrible fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? You didn't come to fight for real. Be honest with you. I don't know if everybody know that. Like, we can sit up here and break the fight down, talk about it, whatever y'all want to, because I know y'all don't know how to break down real fights that happen. We see what happened with Tyson Fury and Bitterbib and Bivol and everything else. Bro, that wasn't a good performance, brother. And you got to realize you was just on the co-main event. Well, you was actually the main event because Amanda Serrano got canceled. Her fight got canceled because of a situation she had with her eye in Puerto Rico. But nobody checking for you unless you fighting a UFC fighter or a black guy. I don't know if Jake Paul knows that yet. The only reason people watch you so they can see you get knocked out. They're not watching you because your skills are just so good at the end of the day, bro. I mean, come on, man. At the end of the day, KSI is technically a better boxer than you is right now. KSI did better against Tommy Fury than you did. So let's be real. You're on the level of a KSI or a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. That's what I'm saying. Like, he thinks, oh yeah, this is gonna be a pro fight forever. And people gonna go back and watch it. They're gonna be like, oh, that was a terrible fight. Dude ran from a 58-year-old for like 3 or 4 rounds. That's what I'm gonna remember. You know what I'm saying? That's what I remember. It's not really nobody's actually sitting around here mad that you beat Mike Tyson. What is this guy talking about, man? Are we serious? Do we not remember that he was fighting Nate Robinson? Nate Robinson is not. And then to be honest with you, and I'm gonna just say this, since Jake Paul talking still, and his brother pissed me off a couple of months ago. That I don't really have no problem with Jake Paul. His brother is more annoying to me than Jake Paul is. But I'm gonna say this though, cause Jake Paul been saying a lot of stuff lately. Jake Paul didn't say anything about he drug tested for the fight. Does anybody have proof that Jake Paul drug tested for the fight? This ain't no allegedly or none. Does anybody have proof that Jake Paul was drug tested for that fight? The dude is literally like 85 pounds heavier than he used to be. Does anybody notice that? Jake Paul is bigger than regular boxers. The dude's head is bigger than Barry Bonds when everybody said Barry Bonds was like, was he drug tested for PEDs? Because I know boxing rules and in Texas, they don't they randomly test people. Like, they'll get a fight card that has 10 people on there, and they only test like 3 or 4 people on there. And they randomly select who they gonna pick. Nobody said that this man was drug testing or anything like that. Like, and we're not running around making excuses like, hey man, this dude wasn't drug testing or nothing. But this dude keep talking. He keeps talking about that fight, bro. And the man had a horrible performance. Y'all gotta understand that. The man had a bad performance. Jake Paul had a bad performance. Just go back and look at it. I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. The man literally ran for Mike for the first 2 or 3 rounds. Just go look at it. Come on, just go look at it, man. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be honest. Dude, you just lost to Tommy Fury recently. Nobody was checking for your fights after Tommy Fury. The only reason you got on Netflix is because of Mike Tyson. That's it. To be honest with you, I go a step further, and y'all might not believe this, but I go a step further. A lot of people still don't know who Jake Paul is. They watched the fight and they was like, oh man, we just came to see Mike. A lot of people who can't speak English, a lot of people who checked in on the fight, they still don't know who Jake Paul is. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Jake Paul he gonna put on another fight right now. He gonna put on another fight right now. It's not gonna sell. And Netflix ain't finna do no fight with him without Mike Tyson. I don't know if y'all know that or not. When Jake Paul said, Mike, I brought Netflix to you, that was cap, bro. You ain't never fought on Netflix. You think Netflix chose you and Mike Tyson did 1.5 million without a crowd? Like, let's be serious. Nobody was checking for you. The only thing you can say is I had an exhibition that was counted as a a fight. The best win I had against a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and it went the distance. You didn't knock him out. You didn't knock him down. The man's almost 60 years old. He stood there. It was to the point when people thought it was fixed because you was boxing so bad. You were boxing so bad, they thought the fight was fixed. The man was standing right there exhausted. And you didn't even try to take his head off or anything like that. Well, you actually did try to take his head off. I retract that statement. He actually did try to take the man's head off. And the punches were bouncing off of Mike's head. Mike's like, I got hit by Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield in their prime. This is a child. This man can't hit like that. All I seen was Jake Paul got manufactured power. He ain't got real power. That's all I've seen. And I ain't heard nothing about no PED test. So at the end of the day, this dude can't even fight real boxers because I ain't heard nothing about him testing. A real boxer gonna get, not a real boxer, because Mike is a real boxer, but I'm talking about an active boxer, will sit up here and say, hey man, we're gonna test this guy. Y'all ever saw Batman? The old Batman, like Batman Forever, with Arnold Schwarzenegger on there, where he was Freeze. You remember when they had Bane on there? And Bane was all swole when he was taking that stuff. And then he got skinny. When they let all that stuff out of his hat, all the juice came out, and he got skinny. That might be, bro, if that happened. It's all allegedly, I'm just saying. But, like, let's be honest, man. The man ain't testing. He's bigger than every boxer that's walking around right now. This dude is abnormally bigger than every boxer. Y'all noticed that, right? This dude is big. Huge. And y'all think it's to the point where I was quiet about it, but dude bragging about a fight going a distance that wasn't really a good fight. It wasn't. You wasted a lot of people's time. Mike came to fight for like 3 or 4 rounds. He's like, all right, let's go. Dude was running. And people like to say, oh, they be running in boxing. He was running. Back foot, side foot, lateral, skipping. Yeah, he was running. I don't understand that. Like, dude, I don't know if you understand it. It was just an exhibition, man. Something that everybody came to see the fight. That's it. It was just an entertainment event. But to try to make it seem like you went in there and walked Mike down and they're just mad because I went in there and beat him. He didn't say they mad because I went in there and beat Mike Tyson down. He didn't say they mad because I knocked Mike Tyson out. He didn't say they mad because I put Mike Tyson on the ground. He didn't say they mad because I busted Mike's lip up or I gave him a black eye. Mike didn't have a scratch on him. Bro, you wasted everybody's time.